Glad you joined us on Joyful Heart Praise. I'm your host, Geraldine.
I'm Letha.
And we have a guest host again.
Yes.
And go ahead and say, I want Letha to say his name because I don't want to, or you say your own name because I don't want to get slain in the Holy Spirit because that's how powerful this man's name is.
Joe. We're just going to go with Joe. We're not going to go whole nine.
We have Joe. We don't have Ty and Marcus today again on the show. We're going to say a quick prayer. Amen. And we're going to keep on pushing it with the next topic. The topic today is America today.
Yes.
You know, what's the changes? What's going on? What's, just America in general. How has it changed?
You know, for me, I think a lot has changed with our media. We have so many platforms, all this social media, and different ways for people to keep in contact.
Right.
And it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. I think it's a blessing because it's easier to get in communication with people. It's easier to see what's going on in the world. Those are positives. I also think that because of the social media and the cell phone cameras and all the different stuff, we learn more about what's going on in the world quicker, and it's not all positive.
Right.
There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of things going on that we don't necessarily want to. I know I stated, I think in our last recording, that I turned off the TV and stopped watching it because there was so much negativity every time I turned on the news. But on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, wherever you go,
Twitter.
there is now a litany of stuff. You can see everything,
It's being
the
recorded.
violence that's everywhere. And I think that us as a society, we're becoming so immune to what we see. Like, say 10, 15 years ago, if we would have actually seen someone get shot down by the police or hit, we'd be like, oh my God, oh Lord, what's going on? And we start praying and we would go to, but now it's like, oh God, another person got shot.
Another one.
Every time I turn on the news, it's like someone's child got
the
shot.
Youth is more. The youth is dying today.
I think the youth is in danger.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just by abortions. I mean, they are getting shot. They're committing suicide.
Right.
It seems like there's no help for
There's police brutality. There's brutality in schools.
There's no. You know what I think the bottom line is because there's no. What do you call it?
Accountability.
No accountability, but there's no repercussions.
Right.
Yes. For the negative that goes on, and it's just spreading.
And
we don't have the affirmative action. Used to be a big deal in the workplace.
Yes, it was.
But now it doesn't matter
at all.
I think even though there's laws and rules, it's like it depends on who you are whether they apply to you.
Yeah.
Right.
These days, it's like it's your choice whether you implement a law or a rule. And it doesn't cover this person, it only covers this person.
This person.
It's like they can pick and choose who is held accountable for what they do.
Right.
Oh, if they hold this position, they're not held accountable. But if they're this position, then they are.
Right.
If they're just Joe Blow on the street, then we're gonna throw the book out.
If they just like you.
Right.
If you're like at work and you can treat people like crap and cause a hostile work environment, but because you're up in the boss's behind and catering to everything he wants and needs and strokes his personality and keep telling him how a great person that person is, then it doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you do to other people because they like what you do for them.
But as they say, you do unto others as you want them to do unto you.
And that seems the way of the world.
Right.
This seems the way of the world now.
In today's society, America, all over the world, it just seems like it's flipping.
Mm-hmm.
So the good is being called bad,
right?
And the bad is being called good.
Wasn't that spoke of in the Bible? I believe that was spoken
There
of in the Bible.
There was a man back in 1920s. And he was a demon worshiper. And he said, when we really call Satan in and he really controls us and he becomes our master, this is what he said. And I think I heard it on YouTube. It was an old scratchy audio of him. But he said he's going to make the bad good and the good bad. They're going to flip it.
Well, that's even in the word.
But I mean,
when the Bible
it's
says,
coming.
He said the people will be turned to a reprobate
Mind.
mind. They're going to think that.
But we're living it. That I wasn't supposed to be here. That rapture was supposed to come at least 2 or 3 years ago. I'm going to say 3 years ago. And way before Obama left office. You know, I'd have been cool if he'd have took me when Reagan was in office.
Stop
But
it.
as soon as we got to that 45th, I should have been out of here. Don't think me and God don't talk about that. And I don't know what that, it's not your time. It's not your time. I don't think it's fair. But, you know, I have to work with what he works with.
Yeah.
I just be begging for an accident to happen sometimes.
Can you not?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
We
But
don't
back to the topic. What did you have to say, Brother JoJo?
No, I'm just, you know, it's about the youth, man. We have to save our youth because, like I said, them the ones that's basically getting killed right now in this world, innocent, and then half of them is innocent, pretty much. And they getting these guns. I don't know how they getting these weapons.
A lot of them are getting it from their parents
It's
or
just
their
wild.
friends' parents or something.
The other day, I was at work and my coworker's son, someone at school, because there was a beef, threatened to shoot him
Bullies.
in his face.
But you know what? That's that playing that video games, even having water guns. Now, well, I can't say that every kid that's ever played with a water gun and played with the fake cap guns will end up getting desensitized, is that the word? To pulling a trigger. If they had a real gun. Because the one little boy who accidentally shot his dad, he just picked it up and he shot it. How did he know to pull the trigger at 3? You get what I'm saying?
Now see, when I don't think that necessarily the toy guns are at fault, but
No. I'm not saying they're at fault, but
I understand what you're saying as far
they're
as
thinking that
desensitization.
a real gun will have the same effect as a Nerf gun.
Right,
That's
I
what
get
I'm
where
saying.
you're coming from, but I think it's even more in these video games where they show violence, like they show blood splatter, they show all this stuff, and kids are being, they're being desensitized to violence.
But
Period.
it's anything that causes them to feel okay about pulling a trigger. That's what my problem is, because when my kid, when Emmanuel was like 4, this little kid had a fake gun, and he was going just like this at my son's head, just pulling the trigger. So I walked up on him, I said, hey, you don't do that. You don't ever do that. That's not what you do. And so he was like, he didn't understand, because he was a kid too. But to me, in his mind, he knew that a gun killed. So he wanted to kill my son. That's how I felt about it. Even if he thought another body was going to come down and he'd be like, got 5 extra men, you know, on a video game, he was shooting my son to shoot my son. So, and you know, and we got these violent things that is changing America today, but we also got these diseases that are taking our people out. And cancer, I used to think cancer had to be in your bloodline. One of your family members had to have it or something in order for you to get it. But not today.
It's coming from what we eat. They have changed food so much. That's why a lot of people are going back to natural eating and not eating processed foods.
Because they're trying to make it more desirable. They want to make their product the best product. That's why they're doing that.
No, what's happening is these processed foods, they're putting whatever. We found, we were watching this video where they were showing that they're putting stuff that they put in paint thinner in cereal because it preserves the color. And they put a small enough amount to where it doesn't kill you, but who knows what's building up in your system. Then we wonder why we're having cancer. Yes, we wonder why there's cancer, and there's diabetes, and there's heart disease, and high blood pressure, and intestinal problems. How in the last 5 to 10 years, there's been such an increase in digestion diseases because of what we're putting in our bodies. That's the reason a whole lot of people are trying to go back to they're going to be vegans, they're vegetarians, because they're like, We don't know what they're feeding our animals. They're pumping them up full of antibiotics.
Yeah, definitely popping.
So I would, you know what? I would rather like have a big garden, a farm where I had all my own fruits and vegetables, where I know that what
But
I'm
they're
putting in
even
them.
doing stuff in the air that's
Yes,
getting into
it's dropping
the
That's
soil.
going into the
Right.
soil. They are. But the only way to combat it is number one, stop eating so many processed foods, because that's where the most of it's coming from. Because all of us eat processed foods. It's quick, it's easy, it goes in the
Yeah.
microwave. It's that kind of stuff is what's
Right.
causing problems in our body.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not trying to scare anybody.
No, but we have
I'm
to
not scared.
no,
just,
I'm
just
gonna
for
say
a thought.
get
If you
wise
want to
and
get
understand.
better, go back to the basics.
I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is where the mark of the beast is going to be processed in. Because they're going to have warehouses like Costco, Sam's Club. They're going to be like that and have safe food. And in order to get in there, you have to have a Costco card. You have to have a Sam's card. You have to be a member, or you can't even go in.
Right.
And that's when they're going to have that number, because they want to know how many people. This is what the excuse I feel like they're going to use. They want to know how many people are going to this store, and do they need to build up this store more because there's more people going to this store
That's why I was saying
or
over the
that
past years
store.
they was gonna put chips in.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
all
that's
of
what they're
us.
talking about, putting
Excuse me.
chips in people
But
where
I
you just
think
scan
that's
your
right.
hand
and
pay
pay for stuff.
I'm
And what will
cool.
scare you is
I'm cool.
there was-
I don't want none of that.
I was watching
No,
a
that's
television
okay.
program where this guy, he already did that.
Yeah,
He had the prototype.
it's the chip. You
And
just
he
scan.
had his
Mm-mm.
credit card boosted down into this little chip. And so he was sitting there on the computer, and he goes, okay, now go try it. And the guy at the counter was working with him on it.
Right.
And so he would do this, and he'd be like, okay, scan it now. Oh, no. So they were actually sitting there. Him and another guy from Sweden was sitting there doing the codes and stuff to actually make it work. Before that show went off, that was working.
Wow.
I'm cool. I don't want no chips.
The
I don't want
prototypes
none of
now for the location for people that they're going to put on that same chip is what they put on packs.
Oh
Right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But see, they always make it seem like it's a good idea.
They started it in the pets. That was their testing.
Right.
All your pets are chipped. So
But
you
see,
can
they
buy
want to
them.
make it.
Yeah,
But see,
they're
they
gonna
try to
cheat
make it friendly.
Yes, that's why they started
Acceptable.
in
Oh,
your
you need
pets.
to know where your dog is. You need to know where they're going, and then you need to know where your child is.
Right.
Because when I was in
Chip your
Germany,
child.
before I left Germany, you had to have a little chip on your child before you could take him out the hospital.
In your child.
Well, I didn't have no child over in Germany, but when I was there, yes, a woman
I have
in the
them at
military
home. Mm-mm.
Man.
had to get
I'll be
it
like, so
before
I'm
they
gonna
can even
need
take
some
them
people
out the
that can
hospital.
come to the house
Mm.
because I'm gonna have to give birth at home
Right.
because that ain't going down. You ain't chipping.
Well,
What?
that's what's going to happen to the world. A lot of people are going to start getting inclusive. Is that what it is?
Reclusive.
Reclusive.
America has
They're
to
just going to
wake
go to
up.
work and they're going to come home. Anything that they want to watch, they're not going to go to the movies no more. They're just going to order Netflix or Hulu.
They're gonna have to
Until-
start doing electronics because
Right.
there's tracking devices in every
Well,
electronic
yeah.
device you have. There's a tracking
Every.
device in your
And
car,
then people are able
in your
to
iPad, your cell phone.
what is it?
Everything.
Hack into your laptops, into your
even
iPads,
this little watch.
and look at you.
That's
That's
why
a
I
tracker.
can go here and hit find my phone and find my phone. I can hear find my earpiece and find my earpiece.
It's technology.
Man.
America
Huh.
is
And we
going
all want to be
into-
up on technology. That makes you think.
America is flipping, but
I don't know if I want my earbuds no more.
you know, the funny part is it's going for the good and bad. America is changing. The United States, the world is changing.
Right.
This is the thing.
What
Everything
they
that
think
can
is
be
good-
used, everything that can be
Right.
used for good, they're turning it
Into
to something
worse.
bad.
Right.
But guess what the root of it all is? Money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Money is
Money
the
makes
root
the world go
of
round.
all
Evil.
evil. When you find something, oh, they're gonna put
Not
these
money
people-
is not the love
Love
of
of
it.
money.
Well, I say money now.
It's the
And
love. of
it is the love of money.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is,
Because
so
we
many
need
people
we need currency no
worship.
matter what.
Yeah.
But it's
They
that.
worship
That's the
this
part.
dollar.
That's
And
the part.
they will kill
For anything.
they will kill 3 people. I'm gonna give you a prime example. A girl, teenage girl, set her friend up. Longtime friends, grew up together since elementary school. sold her out for $200. Guess what?
200.
Organ trafficking. You heard about that girl? She was at a party and she ended up in the freezer.
Oh my Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah, and when the parents went to go check her body, she had all her organs were gone.
Jesus.
Do they know who took it? No. Was the money transaction happened? Yes. So she knew she got $200. She got the $200, but she don't remember who she got the $200 from.
Oh my God.
So what they do? Drug her?
No, they got her a little drunk. She told her, meet me in here. We're gonna go talk in the kitchen. And because they're best friends, she grew up with her, so she thought she could trust her.
Right.
Pushed her in the freezer, shut the door, locked it.
And then left.
Yep. And then the organ people came and got her.
Oh my gosh.
Who
And like you said, it was a money thing because I know they probably sold her organs for money.
I couldn't imagine.
$200.
$200. That's nothing. For
So
your
what did they do
friend's
to
life?
her? Is she in jail?
No, because they can't prove that that's what happened.
Wow. Do they got any camera? They got her on camera?
They got her on the camera,
So that's evidence right
walking
there.
down the hallway. No, walking down the hallway, she was by herself. The girl told her to meet her there.
But she didn't go.
She wasn't actually there. She went in there looking for her friend
And then
and got pushed into the freezer
Jesus.
and the door closed. Just like they
That
can't
happened, what, last year
they can't
sometime?
explain how that black boy who was rolled up in that mat, athletic,
Yeah, in the gym.
yeah, crushed his head.
Jesus.
They got on film the janitor going in there cleaning up the blood. You know who that was? Somebody paid some money for that boy's organs. Because when the dad went to go check the body,
No
he
organs.
said, hey, where's my kid? He's not even an organ donor.
Oh my God.
Oh, that doctor's missing. Nobody can find that doctor.
America gotta wake up. You gotta wake up.
They're not waking up. It's organ trafficking,
Ooh, this
sex
is the
trafficking.
last and evil days. No joke.
This
You
is
have to be
America.
careful where your
This
kids
is the
are, where your
world.
family is. Oh my
Yes.
Lord. This is really.
Can you imagine while we're
crazy.
sitting here right now, we're
Something's
talking,
going on.
but
I don't
somebody
wanna
is trapped somewhere and
Right.
can't get out,
I don't wanna
and being raped, or
Right.
being tortured, or being tormented.
Right.
We see these scary movies, but them scary thoughts had to come from somewhere in order to have a scary movie. A lot of people didn't know the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a real guy that was really killing
Right.
people and making skin out of the. I thought it was just a movie, right?
Said based
Right.
on a true story.
My coworker told me the guy's name. I don't remember it now, but he showed me on the webpage of this guy. And when they went and found it was stinking because his lampshades, furniture was all made out of human flesh.
Jesus.
That makes me want to puke.
Yeah.
So the town actually burnt it down. But they said when you go through there, it still stink, and you can still hear like ghosts
Voices.
and spirits still there.
Wow.
See, this went really morbid, and it's
It
freaking me
did.
out just a
This
little
is
bit.
America.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This is
the
America
world
today.
today is frightening. That's why I pray a whole lot, because the things that are going on, I pray for the protection of my kids, because you can't be with your kids 24/7. I pray for my kids
Pray for this nation.
all the time, but we really, for real, need to pray for this nation.
I'm
Stuff is going
scared for when
crazy.
people come up missing and
These
they can't
laws,
find
these-
them. And it's not about race or color.
They're doing that now.
No,
I'm just saying that
You know what
it's
I'm saying?
not
That's what they got
about,
this
for me, it
early
hasn't
news.
been
it's
about
not about race or
It's
nothing.
everybody.
I mean, people are just coming up.
Right.
You get husbands, Caucasian or black, want to be with their new girlfriend and don't want a divorce. Why? Because they don't want to pay no money.
Right.
So it's money.
No one values human life anymore, it seems.
That's what
That's
it is.
what today is
America's
coming down.
today.
It's been desensitized, whether it's video games, whether it's movies, TV
It's
shows.
getting into survival mode.
Everyone has been desensitized, and they don't value life anymore. It's like no one's life matters but your own.
Right.
And
Think about
that
survival
is
mode.
very, very frightening.
And that's like animalistic.
Just like you said, a young lady, her friend lured her in there, said, "Hey, meet me over here."
Meet
$200?
You knew her since elementary.
Yep.
And here it is.
Imagine.
You lured her in there, and then Here it
She's
is.
gone.
She lost her life.
Pay attention to your surroundings. That's if I could leave you guys with anything. This world is crazy. Pay attention to your
People,
surroundings.
know your people, know your friends, know
Yes.
your surroundings.
Know
your people.
know your surroundings.
Know your friends.
America, wake up.
Yes, this
Thank
world
you.
is.
And
Yes.
thank you for joining us on Joyful Heart Praise.
Good night.
Good night.